Hey guys, it's Rally here and welcome to episode 12 of Let's FIFA 17. And first of all, I want to say thank you for all the many comments in the last video in regards to the whole FIFA mentality thing. And we talk a little bit more about that as we get later into this episode and we start playing games. But the first 5 minutes of this video will be about squad building challenges, and after that we'll try and see if we can win the division title. So starting off, I did the Barry squad building challenge. There's about 2 hours left of it when I decided to try and complete this one. So first one was to have a couple of Aston Villa players and English players in. The next one you had to do was with some Everton players, and the final one consists of 2 West Ham, 2 Chelsea and 2 United players. And by completing that, you get a very special item, and you would also get some packs and some coins. Here we get 4,500 coins. So in total, I spent around 25 to 26,000 coins to complete these 3 squads. So I got a pack for the first one, 4,500 coins for the second challenge, and the third challenge, I believe there was also some packs in that. And yeah, we picked up some BPL players alongside the Chelsea, United and West Ham players we needed in the lineup. So that was pretty much it. We got some more coins here and another gold players pack. So in the end, I ended up spending 20k after I got my coin rewards, and then I got the Barry card. So I thought that was not too bad. We got the Barry card. His pace isn't the best, but passing, defensive stats and physical is very, very good for potential DM player to play in maybe a 4-3-3 or something like that. Anyways, we also had some packs to open up. The first one, I didn't really get the highest rate of players, but I got Sealer and a bunch of BPL players in as well, which is not too bad because there was also released a squad building challenge where some BPL players would be in need of. Next pack, we do not really get anything amazing at all. But then again, there was only one rare player in it. But I decided not to list off any of these players, actually. I could probably make some nice little profit by selling these guys on. But I decided instead to go out trade a bit. I made around 10,000 coins trading with Mane a little bit. And then I thought I wanted to do another squad building challenge. And the one I decided to do was actually only... There is the Player of the Month Sun squad building challenge, but the one with Korean players is quite expensive, and we'll get around them eventually, I think, because that Sun card does look quite good despite not having the skill moves. But I decided to do the Premier League one. It did cost me quite a few coins to build this squad. I think it was 32,000 coins or something like that. It was a little bit more expensive than I wanted it to be, but you got 2 25k packs for completing it. So I thought, you know what, that's still a pretty decent price to get 2 of those packs, and maybe I'll get lucky and I'll make my coins back. But in the first pack, didn't really get anything amazing. I got Marchetti, and I decided again just to send most of this stuff actually to my club, just because I want to complete the League and Nations hybrid challenge, where you have the ultimate and the hard one, I believe they're called, where you need loyalty on your players. So right now, even though I get a lot of players, I could get quite a nice amount of coins in off from just selling on the transfer market. I'm actually keeping them. And after that, they released the Marquee Matchup Squad Building Challenge, and I saw a lot of profit coming in from trading with players from Allsvenskan. Basically because this was just about when it was released, and all the Swedish players were picked up for really cheap, like 200 coins, and then listed up for like 400-500 coins. And I basically ended up spending 18,000 coins after I made all my trade profit, and then completed the Marquee matchups. So I got like a bunch of packs, and for completing all of these 4 Marquee matchups, I got also a draft token, which we'll be using at one point. But I think my main priority as we get into playing games will be to try and get the loyalty on my final player, so I can complete that final squad building challenge with the League of Nations, just because it gives you a special kit and some pretty decent packs. So yeah, all the Marquee matchups, you had a Napoli-Roma matchup, you had a Real Sociedad and Athletic Bilbao, then you had 2 teams from Allsvenskan, and finally you had Liverpool and United. So it cost me a fair bit to do this, but also did a lot of trading on the sideline. So I got my draft token, and then I got a bunch of packs to open up as well. A silver pack here, hoping for some Korean players, but I didn't get any of those, unfortunately. Would have been nice because they sell for a fair bit. Still got Gnabry there, which we might be able to get a few coins in of. Next up in the gold players pack, I didn't really expect too much because, well, in those you only have 1 rare player, and for some reason the pack, it glitched out. I don't know why, but it just froze, and then eventually it showed my my players. I got Gonalon, a duplicate, but then again, I could probably use him maybe in a squad building challenge and then send the one I bought onto my transfer list. Next up, the Premium Gold Players pack. And in that, we got a pretty decent player in Turan, the best player so far in this episode. And I decided, you know what, I'll list him up. I'll get some coins in for him. Because I couldn't really see me using him in any of the squad building challenges. And finally, we had the Premier League Premium Gold Players pack with 3 rare BPL players, and I was a little bit disappointed that the best rare player I got was 80 rated. I was hoping for maybe like an 84, 85 rated player from the Premier League. Was not to happen though, but still some decent players to get there. Send most of them to the transfer list, and they will eventually sell on some of those guys and make me some profit. And apart from that, it was time to play in the divisions. I used a lot of coins, and I think I was sitting on a few thousand coins at this stage, so considering I started off with 60,000 coins, I lost a lot of coins, but then again, I got a lot of players into my club, and it's sort of the main focus to complete the more advanced squad building challenges where you need the loyalty. So my thought is, once I complete them, I'll sell on all those unnecessary players I got around in my club. But anyways, on to playing the game itself, see if we can win some games. And there was a lot of different opinions in regards to how you play the game and how you maybe think I should play it in this series. And I guess that makes sense. We all play the game very, very different. But one thing I feel like it seemed like a lot of people liked was if we went with some nice pass and move play, to maybe break down our opponents and then get maybe the leading goal, and then maybe we can move on to more skill moves. And that might be the way I'll play. I'll still incorporate skill moves probably in the build-up play, but maybe the more really advanced stuff will happen once I have the lead matches. But we'll still try and play entertaining and win matches. And this game was a match where I was sitting on everything, and my defending was pretty decent. I'd been streaming the Weekend League as well before playing these matches, so I've been playing the more like try-hard games, and I was feeling my defense was pretty solid when going into the divisions and playing, so I kept my opponent away from most stuff until he did this very nice fake shot, but luckily he didn't put that ball into the back of the net, and in the end it was actually us to get another goal just before the end of the game. Some lovely stuff from Cuadrado, and you might have noticed from the gameplay this match was a little bit lucky, so it was a little bit tricky to play at times as well, but we got the 2-0 win and we secured the division title, giving us 5,500 coins there in the end. And after that match, I pretty much also sold on a lot of the players I gotten from my Premier League packs and so on. I had a couple of players to sell on still, but we're sitting on 27,000 coins. So think about us starting out on 60k, and now we have half of it pretty much, but we also got a Barry card, we got a bunch of players into our club, and a draft token. So I was pretty happy at this stage, and I was ready to play one more game just to try out the new division we promoted into, which is Division 7. And we come up against a very, very nice La Liga squad here, and Inaki Williams, he was difficult to play against. I did win the tackle here, but it was not a very good pass, and in the end my opponent got a big chance here, but luckily we were able to save that one. And apart from that, we were playing pretty decent in this match as well. Here's some 1-2 play to Fernandes, and Fernandes with this shot, and he would bury that to make it 1-0. And Fernandes was playing very well in this match. Here, Jovetic linking up with Fernandes yet again, and Fernandes with his second goal there to make it 2-0. This guy was rushing his defenders quite a bit up, so the 1-2s worked very well against him. He was very close to getting a goal here, but luckily it was deflected and went wide. And then here, I wish that would have gone in, but in the end it was Fernandes to complete his hat trick. Couldn't quite score the skill goal, and in the 60th minute I decided to make some substitutions because I had Kishna and Salah on the substitution bench, and I thought, okay, they play around 5 games, and if I sub them on for a couple of matches, I might be able to get some loyalty chemistry on them as well, and maybe use them in some of the squad building challenges. So I decided to get them on, and Kishna with some good stuff as he came onto the pitch, but he couldn't put it into the back of the net, and in the end we'd win our first match of Division 7 3-0, kept our opponent away from most from any chances pretty much, and yeah, we get the first 3 points, and that is going to be the end of this episode. Hopefully we'll be back again tomorrow, where we'll be focusing a little bit more on just playing matches, getting that loyalty chemistry, and try and complete those squad building challenges. So that is going to be the end here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.